Things your auto insurance company doesn't want you to know. As a former auto insurance agent, it became overwhelmingly obvious to me that most people have no idea how their coverages work, and the insurance companies liked it that way. So let's cause a little ruckus. We're talking coverages and how they affect your policy premium. Most people think there's two types of auto insurances: liability coverage and full coverage. It's a little more complicated than that. Liability is what covers the other person if you cause an accident. Usually broken up into three little numbers. As you can see in this example, it's 100, 300, 100. First two numbers are for injuries you cause. The last number is for property damage. In this case, it's 100,000 per person you injure, 300,000 for all injuries caused in the accident, and 100,000 for any property damage you've caused. That is well above any state minimum. The higher your liability limits, usually the higher your premium will be. Insurance can get crazy expensive, but the whole point of it is that it can cover you in the case of an accident. So if at all possible, try to carry liability limits that will actually cover you. Recently upped my limits to 100, 300, 100 because I now own a home. And if I cause an accident that my insurance doesn't cover, I don't have the money to cover, they're probably going to come after my assets. Play up those bad boys. Next is a common misconception. Full coverage isn't what you think it is. What that means is that you're carrying liability insurance with comprehensive and collision. You finance or lease your vehicle, you'll hear them tell you you have to have full coverage. That is because comprehensive and collision cover the damages done to your vehicle. Comprehensive is any damages to your vehicle that's not collision. Think weather damage, someone stole your car, a deer somehow broke through your window and then freaked out in your vehicle and ripped out all the interior. And collision is from a collision. Whether there's another vehicle involved or not, could hit a building, a curb, a tree, and those coverages have deductibles. That is the amount you will have to pay out of pocket on top of your premium for your insurance covers any quoted damages. Pretty standard deductible is $500. That's what I currently carry, but you can go lower. Lower deductibles tend to make your policy premium higher, or you can carry higher deductibles, which would make your policy premium less expensive, means more out of pocket in the event of a claim. Some finance or lease agreements require certain deductibles, so you'd have to check with your company before you change anything with those. Well, a lot of people assume that if they had full coverage, that means they were carrying rental and roadside. That's not necessarily the case. Rental and roadside are additional costs. A lot of times can just be avoided. I would always ask my customers if their vehicle was in an incident, would they have another way to get around? If they did, I would suggest that they would remove the rental if they wanted to save some money. And then roadside, I always ask them to check if they have AAA. Pro tip, even a lot of credit cards provide roadside assistance, including my favorite dynamic duo of credit cards. More info on that in the comments, which will allow you to avoid using your car insurance for roadside assistance. Personally, never carry roadside assistance on my car insurance. Number one, it costs more, and some insurance companies record your roadside assistance claims as comprehensive claims, which makes your insurance premiums go up. I can't fit this all into one video. Come back for part 2.